Hey, welcome back to I'm Not a Scout, but, and this time we're doing Arvell Reese, and I'm gonna tell you what, this guy is a physical specimen, okay? 6'4", 243 pounds, just a man, you understand? He's super fast, super huge, super strong. Um, yeah, we're just gonna go through some of this tape, see what see what he's talking about, That's all. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. If you want me to keep doing them, just trying to build a community here, so I'm not a scout, but Arvell Reese, a problem. So first things first, when you're talking about Arvell Reese, man, he's just a huge human being. 6'4", 243 pounds. I mean, he plays linebacker, edge, all the things. But the real thing that really impressed me about him is just the burst. I mean, he's just so fast. And you can see it on this play. This is like, I don't know. It was just like a blitz, just coming in on a blitz. But he's so fast, this guard can't actually get to him. I mean, he gets to him because Arch Manning is able to kind of slide out of the way. But like the speed at which he comes through, watch this. Get what? So fast. Arch moves out of the way and kind of gets out and does his thing. But he gets quite a large gain after that. But the speed at which this guy moves is insane. So I'm just trying to show you the burst. Like, it's incredible. His closing speed is great too, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit. But man, 52, he sees him. He literally sees him right here. 54 doesn't see, but 52 does. And nothing. It meant nothing. The only thing it meant was that Arch Manning, I hope you see him. And he did. He did. So yeah, and I think in the NFL that's going to be important that he has that speed and that ability. So yeah, another play from this game. I just talked to you about the speed, but like he has some interesting little moves he tries to do. So he's really good on the defensive line. Just kind of like doing stunts with people, but also just faking out. He has like this fake out move that he does on this play that'll ultimately end up leading to the sack. But he's really good at about just figuring out a way to get through the line. So this is like 3rd and 10. Look, you see that fake he just did? Like, it was interesting. So he has that little fake. Let me run that back real quick. But look. He fakes, drops, and it pulls the attention away from the blockers just enough. And he's able to kind of weave through and get through and get this sack, finish it off. We'll watch it on the other angle too. But that was just interesting. I just thought that was pretty cool. So, but the thing is, they're so worried about everything he's able to do. They just lose him. They lose him on this play. But also, he just so fast around there. Get out of the way and then just make the sack. I like that. I like that a lot. So I just want to show you one more time just how quick he is. I mean, on this play, he's coming in on a rush. It's like a little delayed rush, but he just kind of like gets around. Mendoza flushes himself out a little bit, and then he just kind of like closes the gap so fast. The way he does it is so fast. It kind of reminds me of like a Micah Parsons. I mean, I don't think that he's as good of a rusher as Michael Parsons or anything, but like once he's free, he's pretty fast, and it really reminds me of that. So I'm just gonna run this play here. I'm using the broadcast because hey, we don't have tape for everything, so I have to use the broadcast for this one. But look, watch him kind of just come up. He says no. Then Mendoza flushes out. He closes so fast. Look at that. That was incredible. So look, and then he affects the pass. He has to throw that away. Yeah, the NFL quarterback's gonna need to be aware of just how fast he is. I mean, most NFL players are quick, but I think he has an extra gear. That's all I'm saying. So we kind of talked about him as like a pass rusher and, the different things he can do, how quick he is. He's lined up on the edge this time. I kind of want to show you some things about the run. So, using the broadcast again because, don't got tape. Uh, so what I like about this play is he just kind of like is able to like take on blockers when they come. So there's a puller coming this way that's gonna take him on. He just kind of stiffs him. He just kind of stiffs him right here, and then kind of gets in on the tackle. And I just really appreciate that. Like, man, I'm not a scout, man. I'm telling you, but this dude, he's just, it's something about him. I don't know. Like, watch this play. So when he comes through, so look, puller comes, sticks him, stops him right there, keeps keeps in with the play, sees the ball carrier, helps with the tackle. I mean, what else? What else do you need him to do? What else do you need him to do? So let me just show you, like, this is not like a one-off. He's lined up at edge again. This is very similar type of play. Puller is going to come and he is going to still get in on the tackle. And I mean, like, what pushes, he stuffs him right there. He gets the tackle. I mean, he would help if he had some, somebody else had come through, but Texas tough team, so it's going to get blocked every now and again, but this is good defense. This is good run stuffing ability. I mean, he takes on the block, feels it, sees the ball carrier, come get him. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I'm not a scout, but hey, run defense looks good to me. Now, so there's a big debate about his position. Should he in the NFL, should he be linebacker or edge or, both or whatever, hybrid. I prefer him at the edge, but I'm just going to show you a few things at linebacker that I think he could stand to improve on. But I mean, not he hasn't played linebacker very long, so of course he can learn things. But I think that there's like some limitations here. So on this play, it is, let me see what down. Yeah, 3rd and 11 on this play. Carson Beck gets a first down running on this play, but he's going to drop. He's going to drop in coverage here, and he kind of gets, it's kind of difficult to kind of figure out who he's supposed to be guarding. I don't know if it's a zone or a man, but that part doesn't really matter. I think what happens is what I didn't think was like fluid was his change of direction. So what's going to happen is he's just going to kind of get, here, and then he's going to try to get here and then kind of come back to get to Beck when he's running. But it doesn't really, he can't get there because his change of direction isn't quite there. But I'm not sure anybody could have, but the direction doesn't look great. So like if you watch the play, it'll start, he's trying to figure out who to get. He sees the guy come across, so I'm guessing he's going to take him. This is a zone. He's going to take him across, and then when Beck comes for the run, he's going to try to change direction. He couldn't make that play. But it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I know, but I just need to see a little bit better change of direction there. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna play linebacker, that's all I'm saying. So one last play here, and like I said, I'm not a scout, and so don't kill me for like trying to find some, just trying to find some lowlights here, because I mean he's really awesome, and really everything he does is pretty good. So he's at linebacker here. He's in coverage, and he's trying to stop him on 4th and 2 here, and he loses. I don't know if he loses his guy. We don't really actually even see him ever have a guy. So he's lined up here. And he just kind of, the tight end is going to kind of get through the line here. He doesn't see it and he's going to get out. But if he can just kind of figure out his coverage things, and he hasn't played linebacker that long, so he has time. He has time. So all in all, overall, he's really good. Lines up in multiple positions, like I said. Hybrid player, linebacker, edge. Decent linebacker play. He's could use some, help, work in coverage, but not like overly ridiculous. You only really see him in zone, and the few times you see him in man, he's usually in the right position. But there's a couple times like I showed you in the video. He's very fast. He has elite closing speed. Just gets to the quarterback really fast. If he gets away from, his guy, Good luck. He reminds me a lot of Micah Parsons in that way. Not really much in the pass rush way. I mean, Micah is kind of 101, but like if he can learn some moves and get play edge like full time, he could develop into something like that. He could shed blockers, he can make tackles. He's really good about not not really trying to get out of position. Now he can take himself out of position a little bit on some of the runs. If you I didn't show this in this, but you know, lining up at linebacker, he tries to kind of make a play and he can get pushed out of the way by doing that, but you know, a lot of players do that. I prefer him at edge. I just like him pass rushing more. He could learn linebacker and be really great at it, though. I mean, I get why they did it. I get why they switched him. You know, he's just huge, fast, can do everything pretty well. He can set the edge well. Yeah, I like him at defensive end. Setting the edge, he's good. Taking on those pulling players, and he doesn't leave huge holes for the ball carrier from the edge. Pass rush is good. He could use a few more moves, but he's quick. Has a few good moves already. Works well in the stunts with the other defensive linemen. Um, yeah, he's really good at it. That's all. That's all I can say. I would love to see that in the NFL. I don't really want to see him play linebacker that much, but hey, I wouldn't put any limitations on the young man. He can do a lot. And you know, I'm not a scout, but he's 6'4", 243 pounds. Size is perfect. I like to see the you know, the 40 time and the workouts. I want to see that change of direction thing I showed before, so I would like to see his workout there. But I mean, this guy he's a specimen. That's all I can say. I definitely have him as a first round grade. He's now my top player over Caleb Downs right now. So I got Arvell Reese 1 and Caleb Downs 2. But you know, 2 first round players. And honestly, the reason I only have him above Caleb Downs is just kind of like position. Um, they're both really good. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but we'll see. I'm kind of just going down the PFF board, so whoever's next on the board. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.